When I arrived in Africa, I didn't know what to expect.
When planning this trip, the main thing on my mind was perfect, warm, blue water, a bunch of really good friends, and kind of just a paradise overdose. I think we got a little piece of it for sure.
So I kicked my board out, and the leash sprung too long and sprung the board back at me, and the tip of the fin went straight into my heel. So then I was bleeding quite a lot, so I went to the local doctor here.
When we got to the place that did the stitches, the doctor was an elderly man and he didn't speak much English at all. I don't think we actually said one word of English, kind of just a bit of sign language. And yeah, I was kind of his nurse. and every now and then he needed me to cut a stitch and stuff, and the way that it was going through Gearoid's foot, he couldn't see it, he didn't want to look, and he could just feel the pulling and stuff, but the needle would go through the soft part and then wasn't able to come out the hard part, so he busted a few needles. Yeah, pretty tough Irishman, I'd say. Even in paradise, no matter how warm and blue the water is, life is life, and curveballs do get thrown at you. But you know, the reality of it is that bad things do happen, and it's just how you kind of juggle it, because without those bad little incidents happening, it really wouldn't have made those times when we rocked up at the beach and the perfect little crystal clear waves were peeling down the point, you know. It just makes those times so much more special, and really makes you appreciate them. Myself and AVG went into the market one morning, and we met a really cool guy called David, and he was just really humble, really cool, really sweet, and just down to help us with whatever we were feeling. And he said, "What are you guys up to this afternoon?" We said, "We're wanting to play maybe a little soccer game with a few of the local guys. Do you know anyone that would be interested?" And he said, "Hey, come to my village."
As soon as we threw the soccer ball out and made teams, they all just had such a good time, and it was such a good vibe to be around. That everyone was smiling, and that sand was so hot and my feet were burning, but they were loving it. And when we opened the back of the van and took out that cold water for them, you could just see how stoked they were, and they just drank it, and something so simple to them means so much. And it was to see the smiles on their faces when they were just sculling that water was awesome to see. You know, it's great to be a part of.
Ciao.